Yeah, we're back and we have Anthony with us here that's going to be taking us around the world of sports and what's happening in the world of sports. Anthony, what do you have for us this morning?
Of course, this morning we're talking about Champions League matches that will go down today. Of course, we have all the 36 teams, getting prepared for that match because today is going to be a knockout stage. You have to know exactly where you belong.
So today, the enactment of boys to men, you understand?
Exactly.
End of the road is going to be happening today for some club sites.
Yeah, and what's your prediction? Who do you think will stay and who will go?
Me, the predictions, I would say let all the English clubs win their matches because right now I prefer English clubs than Spanish.
Well, that's what you have for us.
And okay.
Take it from there while we get to see what happens at the end of Champions League tonight. I bet you go and watch those matches because there will be blockbuster matches today. One, for instance, is going to be PSG versus Manchester City. That match is definitely going to catch a lot of fire. Well, let's see what happens at the end of the day.
Over to you, Tony.
All right, and this will take us from here to the other side of a match. I'm talking about AFCON 2025. Of course, our team is getting prepared. The Super Eagles in quote, from the comment we have from our legend in football. I'm talking about Ibeba and the rest of them, Yobo and Udeze. They said that Super Eagles, they are going to perform very well, counting on the experience of Eric Chell. But that is another story. That's a story we have for you for another day because right now I know that exactly things are happening in the world of sports. So in today's segment on Sports Flies this morning, I am Mark Anthony. Call me Mark Anthony. That's how we roll. And I have many headlines starting from the matches to be played today. I'm talking about Champions League and, of course, local matches we have for you in today's segment of the match. And likewise, something happened, especially during the weekend, and that prompted one of the Chelsea players, I'm talking about Madueke, to express himself, saying that Chelsea must take their time and prepare very well against in favor of the match against West Ham. And this and more are coming your way this morning. But let's quickly rush to local scene where we have our Super Eagles, our own Super Eagles, are talking about their AFCON qualifying match they have against so many teams. Of course, Super Eagles captain William Trons-Ekong has reacted to the team's 2025 African Cup of Nations draw. And likewise, the three-time African champions drawn in Group C with Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, Cranes of Uganda, and Taifa Stars of Tanzania. These are tough teams. But according to our captain, Trons-Ekong, we declared that Super Eagles won't underrate their group opponents. And that's one thing we have in football. When you underrate your opponents, you are going to carry the bad luck of the day. So they have to put on their best in that form. And looking at the recent appointment of the head coach of Super Eagles, I'm talking about Eric Chell, people are saying that his experience will count more. But I don't know for you whether you think that Eric Chell is going to give us that equally what we need in African Nations Cup, and likewise get us tickets for the World Cup 2026. This is tactics and the skill in the world of football will tell. It's a matter of time. So let's not start this criticism of the thing. So let's give him this opportunity to see whether he can work on his world of experience gathered all over, especially from the Malian side, where he has made his first debut. And however, according to Trons-Ekong, he said he believed that we have what it takes to come out of this group, and this time we go a long way. We learned so much last year from the AFCON in Abidjan, and the time we will be more ready and work hard throughout the year to make sure everyone is fit and ready. We are looking forward to playing under the new coach. Exciting year ahead, and I'm very happy with the AFCON draw. The Super Eagles will open their campaign at the competition against Tanzania in the Complexe Sportif de Fes. That will be on Tuesday. And Eric Chell's side will take on Tunisia in the second group game at the same venue 4 days later. Of course, this is exactly what is happening from the AFCON side. Still with me from that AFCON side, because I know that a lot of things have been happening. Super Eagles Nigeria will play all their group stage games at the 2025 African Cup of Nations at the 45,000 capacity complexes for Steve the Pace. That's where all the matches will take place in the northeastern part of Morocco. And Richel's men will open their campaign against the Taifa Stars of Tanzania, and that will be on Tuesday, December 23. It will be a second ever meeting between both countries at the AFCON finals, and their only meeting was at 1980 edition of AFCON, which ended 3-1 in favor of Nigeria. The Super Eagles will do battle with the Carthage Eagles of Tunisia in the next game 4 days later. Tunisia eliminated the three-time champions in the round of 16 at AFCON 2021. Nigeria's final group game against the Queens of Uganda is slated for Tuesday. That will be December 30th. And the West Africans' only match against Uganda at the AFCON was a semi-final loss at the Kumasi Stadium. And all this and more. According to the former Nigerian international, I'm talking about Ifan Udeze, he said that Super Eagles AFCON 2025 group is a walkover for them, owing to the fact that I don't know how he sees it, but is a kind of underrating other teams, in Group C with Super Eagles. The draw for the AFCON 2025 was held in Rabat, Morocco, and that was on Monday, with the Eagles drawn in Group C with Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. And likewise, the Eagles will play, of course, their first match, their first campaign against Tanzania, followed by other matches, especially against Uganda and the rest of the team. Queens of Uganda head coach, I'm talking about Paul Pute, is looking forward likewise to facing Super Eagles at the 2025 African Cup of Nations. The East Africans will come up against the three-time champions, Carthage Eagles of Tunisia and Taifa Stars of Tanzania in Group C. Pute acknowledged in the strength of the three teams in their group. The Belgian also stated that it is important for each team to exhibit confidence in the field of play. That's exactly what we are talking about, because looking at this AFCON, I think no mercy will be shown to any team, because this is real business. And when you're talking about the Super Eagles, contesting in that match, I think they have exactly what it takes to prove their mettle, especially from the performance in the club side, added with the appointment of the new coach. I'm talking about Richel. It shows a lot has been done so far, but the thing is they are finishing. This will take us a long way, because I know exactly what is happening in the world of sports right now. And away from that, let's move over to the foreign side. I'm talking about Liverpool skid maker. I'm talking about Alexis McAllister's father has disclosed that former manager Jurgen Klopp influenced his son's decision to join Liverpool. That's a welcome development. And the Argentine midfielder signed for the Reds in a £35 million deal from Brighton. And that was in the year 2023. His move was facilitated by a release clause in his contract with the Stu Goals with the then Red Bulls club, convincing him to join. And likewise, when he was about to play in Qatar, he was sound down with Brighton and negotiated a good release clause. McAllister Sr. recalled to RG so that he could deliver a good performance in the World Cup and got to a bigger team, which he did. We chose Liverpool because Klopp wanted him a lot and they were going through a rebuild. Klopp fell in love with him and gave him a lot of opportunities which he did not waste. He delivered a fantastic World Cup and a very good Copa America and has shown unique attributes. People mostly talk about Alexis' offensive abilities, but he also has the seventh most recoveries in the Premier League. There are many footballers in the world, of course, who attack well, many who defend well, but there are not many like Alexis who attack and likewise defend well. And this thing happens to what the current coach of Liverpool, I'm talking about Annie, said about Van Dijk, one of their defenders. He said that Van Dijk has improved. He has improved in his skill of defending. Of course, moving to the next level. That's what he called it. But I'm sure that Van Dijk really has contributed immensely to the success of Liverpool. And right now, the actual question right there is about the skipper, one of their strikers, Nunes, whether he's going to survive in the team. Because looking at what is exactly is happening, of course, Mohamed Salah is now in his hottest form, scintillating form to seeing the success of the team from the goal he scored, he's scoring, and has scored so far from that his wonderful performance. Likewise, we are moving over to Arsenal. Something happened and something is going to happen today. Of course, Arsenal is meeting Girona in that Champions League match, of course, that we have today. Every match is starting by 8 p.m. And believe you me, Girona coach Michel has disclosed that they will do everything to ensure that Arsenal are crushed in today's Champions League clash. And that would be a dagger's run. That would be a very difficult situation for Arsenal if exactly what the coach of Girona said is coming to reality. Because the first match, you cannot exactly say exactly what is happening unless the match starts. So that's where we can, analyze the team and know exactly what they have for Arsenal. Girona hosts Arsenal in their final group game, and that is today, with the Catalans already eliminated from the competition. Michel insists it is crucial they offer the right image as they end the first ever Champions League campaign. There are many objectives to achieve today. The main one is that it is a Champions League match in front of our fans, and we want to win after 3 consecutive defeats. That's a welcome development. The image, according to him, is important. We want to maintain our prestige, and we deserve to be in this competition because of our great last year, and we must not forget that. In addition, a 5th place for a Spanish team in the tournament is still alive, and we must fight for it. We have to win for the competition and win it for our fans. Likewise, after Arsenal appeal against the ban to one of these players, Sekila, the ban has been overturned in favor of Arsenal. So right now, Skelly is going to continue with his debut with his team. I'm talking about Arsenal. Let's talk about Sevilla right now, because we know exactly what is happening about Monday, the January window transfer, which is coming to an end on Monday. So we are talking about many clubs that have performed creditably when it comes to signing their players and what they have. Because I know right away that many clubs have been trying their best in order to see that they secure the signings of some players who they think that they can bring a change. They call them game changers, especially in their form. Right now, we're talking about Sevilla sporting director Victor Orta, and he's delighted with the Jerome Akko Adams' arrival at the club because recently they signed the skipper. I'm talking about Adams. Orta, according to him, revealed that the players have been tracking the Nigerian for a number of years right now. And, well, a player that we had been following for a long time, obviously, during his time in Norway and when he started at Montpellier, where he has some excellent numbers. He told the club's official website then a little due to circumstances of the team. Maybe they have not had that level. But he was a player that when we knew he was available on the market, we didn't even hesitate in putting his signature across, because we know exactly what he can bring to table when it comes to making his performance creditably in the club side. So according to that Sevilla sporting director, he said that bringing Adams to that team is a welcome development, and such that will give them that pride in order to meet their rivals in a way that they wouldn't like it. Because I know exactly so many players are going over to the destinations to, changing from their atmosphere in order to see where they can prove themselves when it comes to playing football. But the question still remains, some of the Nigerian players who are not performing very well, like Ihan Acho, what do you have to say to him? Because right now, Ihan Acho has not even given anything to his club side. I'm talking about that Sevilla of a thing. So right now, maybe, I don't know what they have for him, but he might be offloaded. And likewise, this will not be good for him. And Ihan Acho has failed to register a goal in 9 league appearances for the former UEFA Europa League champions. Orta shared his thoughts on getting things right with the new striker. So with Adams is going to be a possibility of ending that good drought of Sevilla. Looking at exactly what they have been playing so far, it's not even to a normal thing being expected of them, because to whom much is given, much is being expected. And all this and more will come to you because right now, equally, Manchester United legend Rio Ferdinand has called on the Red Devils to go out to sign Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen before the close of January transfer. And when we are talking about January transfer, it's on Mondays, equally close. So I don't know whether they have what it will take or what it takes to bring that skipper back to Old Trafford. It will tell. It's their pocket. But right now, according to Osimhen, he said he wants to win many titles, more titles with Galatasaray. So I don't think nobody is going to convince him leaving that club as far as football is concerned. So let's see whether their money will talk or whether they can convince Osimhen to come to their side. And likewise, the former England international made this known on the backdrop of Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee's inability to score goals for the team. So a lot have been happening in Manchester United, but I don't know exactly what is going to be done right in order for them to move, especially from their current stage right now, because looking at Premier League, Manchester United is going nowhere. It is coming down day by day. And looking at what Ferdinand has said so far, he's saying that Osimhen, let's kind of call it something with immediate effect, an action with immediate effect should be done in order to bring Osimhen to their side, because right now what they are doing in Manchester United is not even favorable even to their fans. So they should do something very fast. That's what Ferdinand, the Manchester United legend, is suggesting to the club. Away from that, we are moving over to Chelsea. And looking at exactly what's happened between Chelsea and Manchester United during the weekend, a lot of fans kept on criticizing Chelsea and on their form that day. It was a 3-1 defeat, and that was in favor of Manchester City. Of course, Mamouche, their new signing, played, and Guardiola said that he wouldn't have started Mamouche on the not Mamouche, Kanu Sabanu. He shouldn't have started the skipper after his recent signing with the club. But I don't know exactly the reason why he said that, though. But he needs to be given much time, playing time in Manchester City to prove his mettle. So that's why Madueke insisted that his teammates should focus, especially in their next Premier League match against West Ham. And that will be in Stamford Bridge. So this is home match we're talking about. They should even call it a priority if they really want to win West Ham United. Of course, looking at the form of West Ham right now, they are in a fire position. So underrating the club right now is not going to do Chelsea any good. And in a chat with the club website, Madueke stated that attention should be focused on the game against West Ham and bounce back to winning ways. But scoring goals, when you lose, it is not really a great feeling like when we win. That's exactly, he's saying the truth. We go into every game trying to win. I said earlier in the season that that's the best way. Instead of thinking about the end goal, just try and take care of the process. That's what we do. We have got another game against West Ham at the Bridge, so we will try and get 3 points and bounce back. Getting 3 points is not an easy task. It's a Hackling task. And looking at West Ham United, you cannot take it away from them, because they are going to pressurize anything they face on their way. So the exact thing is just to start scoring goals. Immediately they whistle blues, especially when it comes to playing that match against them from their recent form. And that's where we take a short break here, and when we come back, we move over, of course, to the transfer segment, which we end up very soon, if not, let me say on Monday. Everything will come to an end. So taking a short break here, and when we come back, we move over to transfer segment, where I will tell you exactly the destination of players, the club's position in signing players, and other things surrounding it.